In a world where we celebrate success every time, we forget to mention that success does not only include hard work, but it includes timing, opportunity, and sheer luck. Today's podcast is dedicated towards hard work, determination, and commitment, irrespective of the results and irrespective of any condition. Today, among us, we have Mr. Mayank. He has completed his BTech in the year 2016. Then he started his career as an assistant manager in Maruti Suzuki. After that, he dropped his job and started preparing for UPSC examination. He has written mains exam twice and got an opportunity to sit for an interview. Irrespective of whatever result was, he has a belief that life is an ongoing story and failure and success is just a chapter. So, with this, today he's standing as a mentor and strategic lead in CGB Mentor. So, with this, I would extend a very warm welcome to you. And I would like to appreciate that you provide us time from your busy schedule. Thank you so much for joining us for this today's podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. So with this, I'll start from very first question. So my very first question is that what was your journey, right, from a BTech student, then you started your career as an assistant manager, then you started with your UPSC preparation, and now you are a mentor. So how would you like to brief about yourself?
So basically, I started as a mechanical engineering graduate from NIT Allahabad. Then I got a placement in Maruti Suzuki. So I worked as an assistant manager over there for 2 years, and I was handling production engineering department, which was at the crossroads of all the departments. And then in Maruti Suzuki, I realized that I need to go towards some career which provides me some kind of satisfaction with respect to the impact that I create. So my job should have much more impact to the lives of people, as well as at least in some sectors, at least in multiple sectors. That was my idea behind going for civil services. And with that objective, I decided to leave my job, then prepare full time. So initially, I was not able to clear prelims due to various factors, but later on, when I was able to clear prelims, give mains, and reached up to interview stage, this whole journey transformed me a lot, and we can discuss about it. But also, in the meantime, I decided to rejoin the private sector. And I felt because the UPSC gave me a lot more knowledge with respect to various aspects of society, economy, polity, and other aspects. So I joined as an academic head in MBIBE. So it's a geo funded startup in Bengaluru. And then after 1 year, I joined CGB Mentors, and here I am actually leading the regulatory division. In this, we provide mentorship to students who are preparing for regulatory body examination like RBI, SEBI, etc.
Yeah, that's really great to know. So with this, following with the next question, that since you gave attempts after attempts, right? So there are time where the aspirants get so demotivated with just appearing once or twice. So this is very important that something keep you moving to, just pursue your dream. So what was that one kick or that one thing that kept you moving and holding you so strong?
See, I understand setbacks are a little bit tough, but I guess the initial clarity with respect to why I am doing this, that kept me motivating, and that kept me kicking, especially with respect to keep moving forward. And also I have this belief, and I have read this somewhere, that especially this is what athletes follow, international athletes like Lionel Messi and LeBron James, all these follow, that for athletes it's not, they cannot drool over failures for so long. They have to get up, and they have to just keep moving forward, because every day is an opportunity. So I treat it with that same philosophy, but also support from my wife, and support from my family, that also helped me a lot.
That's really very nice. When you have supportive people around, the journey really become easy.
Yes.
My next question related with the previous one. that mental peace and balancing the mental pressure is very important, especially nowadays. And in today's time, where there are lots of pressure from the environment and lots of competition, how obviously you were also so much pressurized mentally. So, how did you just kept on moving yourself and tried to perform better and keep yourself calm, because obviously your story depict that you did not lost any hope and kept on going. So what was that thing for your mental peace?
So with respect to that, I believe, since I truly believe man is a social animal, so being in isolation disrupts our productivity, disrupts our motivation a lot. So it's very essential that you surround yourself with people that supports you no matter what. So that is essential. And apart from that, it is also essential that you do preparation with some of the people alongside with you, some of the peers that are also doing preparation. If you cannot find on your own, you can go to Telegram and there are n number of people that are doing the same. In this way, you not only can gauge what is happening in the competition for practical purpose, but also you'll be having some kind of a group that will support you in tough times. So it is also apart from mental peace, it is also essential that we gauge the competition, because until unless we gauge the competition, we prepare on our own, we'll not be able to understand what's the level that we have to go to. So that was my idea behind keeping going in those stages, and that's what I feel enabled me to go up to the interview stage.
Right, right. Sir, since you have written mains also, you have sat for an interview and obviously you have cleared pre also. So what was the most challenging stage for you? Obviously, the entire journey is challenging, but I think there are some times where we just categorize that pre was quite tricky, or the mains or the interview. So what is your opinion on it?
I feel like for me, uh, and this is from a statistical point of view, that prelims was much more trickier until I got to know that how to clear prelims. So before that, I was just doing hit and trial, and I was a little bit scared while also giving the examination as well, and and I was not able to identify what my test taking strategy is, because I feel like that if I do much more questions, I tend to get much more marks. So I'm like a quantity person rather than the quality or accuracy person. So after I realized this, and that helped me to continuously clear prelims after fourth, fifth, sixth attempt. So that's what the idea behind pre being the most trickiest stage, and even mains also. So mains also, I was not able to understand the demand, and later on, when I sat with my mentors and when I sat with my friends, I was able to gauge the competition, what's the level of answers that others are writing. So then you understand, then you are able to clear mains. And interview, I feel it is the most advantageous stage for me, because I feel like I thrive in this. So interview was not that much difficult for me, but because I also loved interacting with all the board members, all the honorable board members, and that was a very good experience.
Okay, that's really very enlightening. So, sir, as you mentioned that 5 or 6 times you tried and tried, right? So, what piece of advices would you like to give for the aspirants who are preparing for UPSC or other civil services examination or other such competitive examination? Because here, with the confident you mentioned 6 times or 5 times, it's very hard for a person to accept that and keep moving. So, I just want you to provide a piece of advices so that we can share with our aspirants.
See, and this is what, from based on my experience, I feel like students, and because this is the exam at the stage when we are already graduated, so we feel like we know something, and we know about the world, and we know how to prepare and all those things. It is essential that at least from 2 to 3 mentors, you at least talk how the students are getting selected, what things to do, how do you approach the exam. So because if you do it earlier in the examination and don't focus much more on your capability, even though you can do, I think it would save a lot more years for the students. Because when the competition is so much high, it is essential that we do targeted preparation rather than preparing on our own, because civil syllabus anyways is a lot more, and there is no defined boundary. So you can read a polity for 6 to 7 months and still it will not be finished. So it is essential that we set the boundaries and we keep on revising, because limited syllabus, multiple revision, and much and more practice is what's gonna take you through this examination. That's what I felt.
Okay. So my next question is, now since you are a mentor, so you are holding a position of mentorship, you're mentoring so many people around. So how you find it now, as you have experience of your back, you are now obviously gain a lot more knowledge because UPSC is just another encyclopedia. So how you think this is an advantage for your mentorship career?
I feel like I have given a lot more years for the competition, not only from UPSC, because I also cleared AIEEE, that we used to call JEE mains back at the day. So from there, I'm accustomed to the competition and the whole competitive industry and how it functions. And nowadays, EdTech overall as a sector is coming up, and I feel like it has already peaked, but nevertheless. So I feel like all the knowledge with respect to overall industry, all the knowledge with respect to how an aspirant thinks, these because I also went through same stages. I feel like these are some of the advantages which I feel, because of which I can empathize with them much more, and because of which I feel like I can cater the guidelines, or I can cater the methodology for each and every mentee that I mentor.
Okay. So my next question, that if you are comfortable in sharing one incident that was very heartbreaking for you while your preparation journey, and it was quite difficult for you to cope up from there, and still now you are here standing all strengthful.
Uh, I feel like the third prelims, when I was not able to continuously clear the third prelims, that was much more heart shattering. That was the time when you can say the inflection point. That was the time when I realized that, and that's when I learned that it is essential that we move on and don't take things personally, and understand that this is just an exam, and this is just a result, but whatever you have learned, that stays with you, even though the result
Yeah.
says anything, but the things stays with you, because all those things that I've learned throughout those 3 years helped me clear prelims in the next year. So later on, in the hindsight, you can always say ki ha sab badhiya tha, this, all these
Mhm.
things. But obviously at that point it takes a little bit time to cope up with that. And
Right.
after that, any failure, be it in mains or anything, didn't bother me. So that was the coping mechanism. Yes.
So having this opinion is really very tough. To
Yeah.
be honest, it's tough to have this, and I think it comes gradually when you keep on trying and accepting the result, irrespective of whatever it. So my last question: how would you sum up from a BTech student to a mentorship journey? If you like to sum up in just 2 lines, so what would you like to say?
I would say my whole journey has been transformational and evolutionary, in my opinion, because I remember me being a BTech student who is just aware about the narrow aspect of the mechanical engineering as well as the automobile sector. But right now, I'm standing not only learned about the edtech industry, automobile, but all the aspects of the overall economy, society, and all these things. So I feel like I have become much more complete because of this journey, and that truly gives me an edge with respect to leadership, with respect to dealing with the people, with respect to understanding different perspectives of different sections of different people. All these things, I truly believe, have evolved me into a complete person, I feel like. But still, there is a lot more to learn.
Yes, obviously. Thank you so much, sir. It was really very enlightening session. The only motive to have you here was to understand your ideology and your journey, because you stand your the LinkedIn post that you have, posted, that attracted us very much, because everybody just share the success. They don't share a piece of failure. But after experiencing those failures, still you're standing so strong, and with everything around you is so positive. So thank you so much for joining us today for this podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you.